Hey, it's Kim Commando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to commando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. So, I like your current girlfriend.
Thank you.
Nothing against her.
No.
But you may have been able to do better on the dating profiles.
All right. I'm already in trouble, and we're 8.2 seconds into the show.
Research out now says that if you really want to get the highest number of matches with the highest quality of people,
Sure.
that if you're a male, there's one word you should never put into your online dating profile.
Bankruptcy?
Sports.
What is wrong with sports?
Apparently, women turns them off. They don't like a guy that likes sports.
That's so sexist. There's women who like sports. Jennifer didn't watch football prior to dating me, and now she's a football fanatic. She watches games alone, not when I'm not even around. Yes.
Oh, well, if you're a woman, the most common things that women put in their profile is that they like movies, music, and coffee. So if you're a guy,
You want to match up with that.
you say movies, music, and coffee. Because if you put sports in your online dating profile, you're not going to score.
That's good. I like it. It's good.
That was a good one?
Yeah.
Hey, on that happy note, welcome. I'm Kim Commando. They call me Sunny because I'm bright. No, I'm wearing yellow today. Bright yellow.
Nobody
bright
calls
yellow.
you Sonny.
No.
Not one
Bob
person.
does.
There's no Bob.
Tom.
Oh, Tom. I forgot about Tom in accounting.
And then, of course, we have Andrew Babinski here. He's here with me.
Every single show.
We love that. Of course, now you can watch the show. Probably, let's just talk about YouTube. YouTube's the
You want to
best
narrow
way.
it down?
Yes.
Make it a little easier?
Yeah, because then people are like, I got to go on X. I got to go on Facebook. I got to go on Rumble. Just go to youtube.com/Kim Commando Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, which is
2:30 on the East Coast?
Yes. And then if you are watching, if you're getting the audio version, you can watch it. If you're getting the video version, you can actually listen to Kim Commando Today. Wherever you get your podcast, just search for Commando with a K, of course. All right. What do you have coming up?
We have a new label that major ISPs are going to have to put when it comes to their products starting today. Starting now.
Is it sucker?
No. And I thought they were calling it the nutritional label for ISPs.
Oh, yeah. This is a big deal.
It's huge. And I don't know why every other business shouldn't have to adopt it.
Well, imagine if they had to put that on a car.
No one would buy a car.
Okay. No, not at all. We have a great guest coming up.
Yes.
He's going to talk about how he got canceled by his insurance because of a drone.
How does that add up?
Yeah, it's really kind of a crazy story. Oh, and just a week or so left to win that $500 Amazon gift card. I can't wait for you people to just enter to win so I can go on and give something better.
She already has it packaged in a package, waiting to write an address on it to get it out of this building and that promotion to be over.
We want to move on. I think should we do an iPad or should we do an iPhone?
You got to go with what you know, and it's the iPhone that got the most attention. That's what people want.
I think it's the iPhone.
Yeah.
Hey, and as you're watching along, make sure that you leave us some great comments.
Yeah.
And if you're watching us live, you want to go ahead and comment. And even afterwards, because we go through the comments, even after the fact, to make sure that you guys and gals are totally loving what we're doing. And this is also the part where you want to... See if I do it right. Yeah. You want to hey guys,
Perfect.
This is a really good thing for you to do because so appreciate it if you could like, comment, share.
Oh my gosh, that was so good, so Gen Z.
Was that comment, share?
You're fitting right into YouTube.
I know.
And
speaking of Gen Z, we do have a contest coming up.
A contest?
Yeah, kind of a contest. Not really a contest. Kind of like a quiz show.
Okay.
Because somebody on staff who is a Gen Zer came in to me the other day and they said, "You totally ate it."
You ate it?
And I thought, was I that
good
bad?
or bad? Yeah, it sounds like a bad thing.
It's like if you ate it, it's like you wiped out. It was bad.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, really? What happened? She's like, no, it was really good.
Ate it's good?
Ate it is a good thing.
I didn't know that.
All right, here are the top 5 things to know about what's happening in the tech world right now. Do you have to, I don't want to get personal. You don't need to tell us how much you pay, but do you pay child maintenance?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
First of all, you went from, you don't have to tell us any details to, I didn't get the answer I was expecting. So, no, there's no child support, anything like that. All the other costs when it comes to the children are just split 50-50. That's it.
Well, there's a guy in Kentucky who says that he's a hacker.
Okay.
And he got divorced, and the court awarded her $100,000 for the kids.
Just like a one-time fee?
Exactly.
Instead of paying monthly?
Yeah. So he had to come up with $100,000. So he didn't really think that was a good idea. Now, remember, I said he was a hacker.
Right.
So he stole the identity of a doctor.
It makes sense.
Okay. And then he hacked into the state of Hawaii's like death registry index.
Okay.
Said that he was the doctor and then proclaimed himself dead.
Not the doctor dead. He proclaimed
himself dead.
His real life identity dead.
Yes.
So that's how you get out of child support right there.
So
I actually went to a lawyer and said, what do I do if there's child support? He's like, kill yourself.
And that was it. So now guess what?
He got busted.
I know. And he's going to face like 7 years in jail and all these fines. And
should have just paid the money, bro.
Yeah.
And it's your kids.
I know, exactly.
You're taking care of your children with that money.
It's nuts. So, meanwhile, in the Ukraine, okay, did you notice that transition?
So smooth.
Okay. The Russians have gotten a hold of Starlink satellites, and they're buying them on the dark web and in the black market so that this way, when the Russians are entering the Ukraine and all around the war, that they can get internet access for their communications and also for their drones. Now, Starlink says that there's no way that they can really try to figure out how to turn off those internet terminals, which is...
So they know they're using them. They know which ones they're using them, but they don't know how to block them.
That's what they're saying.
Doesn't sound right.
No. I mean, I'm not a nuclear scientist. I know you think I am because I'm just so incredibly smart.
I thought that was your night job.
Yes, but I think that there's a way to figure that out. It's kind of like Sirius XM. They say that they can't tell you how many people are listening.
Well, here's the thing, though. What if the person that they stole the account from stopped paying their bill? Would Starlink be able to shut it down then?
I think they could.
Oh, well, then maybe just use that same technology to shut down the Russians. Whatever off button you need when someone doesn't pay their bill.
It's right there, folks.
It's right there.
It's right there. Okay, Google, they had a big announcement. Is that they have now rolled out their own Find My device. Ooh, how long did that take?
Only a couple months, years, decades.
Something like that.
I can't believe it's not already on their Google devices.
Not really. It's not as good as the whole Apple Find My thing. And, find your items, find your devices, find your people, find your money, find whatever it is.
It's all available.
Find. They say that Chipolo and Pebble are the Bluetooth tags that you're going to be using. And all this party starts in May.
Okay.
But you need to have Android 9 or newer.
But it's going to be able to just find my device. I don't need to tag my own phone, right?
No, yeah. But if you want to put something on it. Now, what I think is really interesting is that Google has figured out something that Apple really hasn't figured out, is that if your phone is dead, done, okay, no juice left.
Right.
Big old fat zero.
Uh-huh.
You don't know where your phone is, you can still find it.
How?
They must leave like a little bit of juice.
Just a little bit?
Yeah. But you know what? If your iPhone is out of battery, there are some things that you can still do with it.
Right.
It can still pay for something.
And you can still call 911, right?
Kinda. But I think, though, one of the things I do think is interesting that if your phone has no juice is that you can still pay for something using it. You can still say, here's my phone.
Well, we can't lose that 3% on that Jamba Juice. We have to leave some juice in there.
So your kids' cell phones?
No. Too young.
When?
We've decided 14. And that may still be a little too young.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good for children out there right now.
It's very toxic.
Yes.
Depression, anxiety. They see like weird things that other people are doing. They start communicating with other weird people that are doing weird things.
Right. And there was a report I think this week that it was like basically this generation's mental health issues are all connected to social media.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know if I want to put them on there.
So parents are putting together, they're calling Parents for a Smartphone-Free Childhood.
Okay.
That's the term. And so I think this is so smart. Because, when you start talking about kids, what happens? Peer pressure.
Absolutely.
Right. And so parents are getting together and they are actually like coming up with a pact to say, Our kids in this class, they are not going to get a phone until all the kids are 14 or 15 or 16. So that this way, one kid doesn't go like, oh,
Right.
I got a phone. So what do you think of that?
I would love it. I absolutely would love it. It would make it so much easier because, you don't want them to lose out on the social scene and the social part of their development. And that's where all social interaction happens with those kids right now. So it's going to take more work for me to say, hey, I'll take you over to Tommy's house or bring you and Tommy to the mall. Tommy is a really nice guy because I'm having my kids hang out with him all the time. But it's going to be more work for me other than just handing them a device and saying, get out of here and go connect with your friends. But I love it. I absolutely would be part of that.
But, there's always that parent.
Always. But it's hard to avoid though, because, my son does 100% of his schoolwork on a computer. 100%. Nothing is written down. It's all digital. And so I'm not going to give him a phone, but he's still going to need access to a laptop. Sure. Still going to need access to an iPad.
Does he have a Chromebook from the school?
They have iPads at school, and then at home he has a PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And how about that computer that he got for Christmas?
That's the one. Yeah.
Does he
He's
like
loving
it?
Fortnite runs super fast.
You know what? He needs to thank me someday. I mean, because you were gonna buy him that cheap. Oh well, here, Kim, just look at this computer I got at Costco. Okay, it's only like $400. I mean, do you think it's okay? I'm like, yeah, if he wants to do Microsoft Word.
That's why I asked. Is this how you help people? They could reach out to you and say, please help me. And you said, you're an idiot. Here's the right answer, dummy.
God, I can't believe you'd even think like that would be a good idea.
He loves it though. And it's like this big. The whole computer is like this big. It's crazy.
I know. Do you remember they used to be like this big boxes?
Oh, yeah.
With all the fans.
And it's a gaming PC, so it has all the lights but it's only this big. So there's only like 4 lights. Not enough room.
All right. Finally, there's a restaurant in New York City called San Chicken.
Okay.
San Chicken. And they were having trouble getting somebody to work the cashier. And the restaurant manager's like, they just come and go, people that work here.
Revolving door.
It's not really good. By the time we get somebody trained. So he came up with a really great idea to use technology on the cashier. But somebody has to place the orders. Or, you have to place the order with an actual person. So instead of having an actual person there physically present at San Chicken in New York City, he set up a little tablet.
Okay.
And then he hired somebody in the Philippines.
Really?
And then through the Zoom call, she takes the order. She tells them how much it is.
Right.
And they pay. Here, look, we have a little video about it.
In front of you?
Okay, over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where are you located right now? Can I ask you?
I think that Philippines.
You're in the Philippines. What do you recommend?
We have the airport.
The M4.
The Starlink on regular.
See?
That's cool. At least it's a person and not a robot.
Yeah, at least it's not AI. I mean, let me tell you, this is something. I mean, cost effective, works. You have an employee who's going to show up without a bad attitude. She's not going to be able to eat any of the profits. Okay.
How do you know she's not going to have, just because she's on a Zoom call, she could have a bad attitude?
Yeah, no, she's happy. You could tell. I mean,
But imagine if you were a huge chain, though, like, let's say a McDonald's or something. All your drive-through could be one guy sitting in Kentucky just bopping into different drive-thrus all around the country.
Well, at San Chicken, it's like,
Why are you laughing? Go ahead and finish your sentence.
I can't.
I'm on edge.
The food's really good.
But
walk this way.
God. Horrible. Doesn't even make sense.
It's an Asian restaurant. Get it? Walk this way?
Yeah. Okay. That's funny.
If you've ever wanted to learn a new language, make 2024 the year with Babbel. Babbel's 10-minute lessons are perfect for those learning on a tight schedule. Each lesson is handcrafted by their experts and based on real-life conversations. Babbel's tips and tools make it easy for anyone to start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. I recently took a trip to Japan. Before I signed up with Babbel, so I was able to say hello, konnichiwa, thank you, arigato, and the very important, where's the bathroom? Tori dewa doko desu ka? So fun, so easy. Right now, Babbel has an exclusive limited-time deal just for my listeners. Get up to 60% off your subscription at babbel.com/Kim. That's right. Commando listeners get up to 60% off. Just visit babbel.com/Kim. That's Babbel. Babbel.com/Kim. Rules and restrictions may apply. Babbel.com/Kim. Don't miss the 60% off deal. Babbel.com/Kim. Hey, it's Kim Commando today. It's your fun podcast about all things digital. If you want to watch us live, do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday over at youtube.com/Kim Commando, youtube.com/Kim Commando. And then Tuesday and Thursday, we have you covered with some special shows from the Kim Commando Show. And that's Kim Commando today. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for Kim Commando with a K, of course. That's KOMANDO. And just a quick reminder, hey guys, make sure that you like, comment, share. Okay, and our comments, we are going to be reading them at the end. Imagine if I actually spoke like that.
I would not work here.
That would
I think
not.
I could do one podcast with you, and then I just have to walk out.
Be like, forget it. Why do they talk like that?
I don't know. And I don't think they're putting it on a voice. It's just how they speak. And they will never grow out of it. And they will be as annoying as adults as they are as tweens.
And they'll be like, you're like 60 years old. So guys, where's like the Metamucil?
I'm so worried about my IRA. I cannot believe it.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. All right, so big article out this past week in the New York Times as well as the Wall Street Journal about how insurance companies are now using drones to spy on homeowners to see whether or not that house is insurable, what's going on in the backyard, what's going on in the front yard, what does the roof look like? And so people are suddenly getting like insurance cancellation letters. And they're like, what happened? You didn't come out and physically inspect my home. Have you ever had anybody come out and physically inspect your home?
No, just for, if I was selling it or something like that. I was trying to refinance and they had to come out and do an inspection. But otherwise, no, not the insurance company.
Oh, you know what? Just about every house I've been in.
Really?
They come out and they physically inspect the home.
And I live in a danger zone.
Really?
Because
Why?
of my proximity to an airport. So I have to get it anytime I switch insurances or my insurance is updated.
I don't get that. You're close to an airport.
Because I live so close to an airport, there's the risk that a plane will fall out of the sky, especially right now. And so it's just in a danger zone. So when I went to refinance, they didn't just automatically push it through. They had to come out and inspect it because I'm in a danger zone.
So do you hear like planes all the time?
No. And I'm pretty close to the Chandler Airport as well.
Oh, you're the Chandler Airport.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
What does
They
that
don't have
mean?
like, I thought you meant like Sky Harbor.
No, Chandler. It's still an airport. There's still airplanes coming in and coming out.
I've flown in and out of Chandler.
Really?
Yeah. And also there's a Stellar Air Park out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. But mostly they came in for ours because of like the house in California because of wildfires and earthquakes and
And if you live in
floods
Florida, they just canceled everyone.
No,
in the state of
California,
Florida.
they canceled everyone.
Florida as well.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So joining us now is CJ Sveen.
Sven.
No, I said that just for you. Yeah, and you know what? Before we came on, we just had this like 5-minute dissertation about how to say CJ's last name.
We were fighting like children.
We were. It was really very embarrassing. So, CJ, tell us what happened. You got canceled.
We get a letter, you're up for non-renewal. We're like, oh, that's nice. Great. We won something. What's that mean? No, we don't get a new insurance policy for the next year. And so I called the phone number that was on the short letter, and they said, oh, yeah, no, we've determined that your property doesn't meet our underwriting guidelines, and we're not renewing your policy.
And,
okay.
and so when you spoke to them, what did they say that was in your yard that made you ineligible for renewal?
It was kind of a lengthy process. I talked to several different people. They kind of gave me the runaround. Just at first, that we're not renewing you. You're not up to standards. And I said, excuse me. what's the standard? And I finally got to somebody else that had said, yeah, well, we have pictures of your property, and there's miscellaneous debris and other things in your yard that just aren't up to our standards. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll clean it up. I mean, it's just stuff that we move around the yard. It's things we use. It's not junk. It might appear as junk to someone, but it's things that we use, whether it's lawnmowers, bicycles, recycling cans, lawn furniture, what have you, we'll just tidy it up or what? Oh, no, you've been canceled. We're not reconsidering renewal. That was it.
So the stuff that was in your backyard.
Sounds like everyday stuff. I mean, everybody has in every backyard.
I mean, is it a little backyard that's just loaded up, or is it a big backyard? And you talked about having furniture and recyclable cans. I mean, was it combustible junk?
Are you cooking meth in your backyard?
Right. Yeah. Just a small meth factory. But, it's just a small one. We do have tires. We use tires seasonally and for race purposes. So it's not tires that we use every day. They're sets of tires with wheels. And we have them stacked and covered. Some of them are covered. They're not all of them are covered. So that was part of it. Oh yeah, you have a stack of tires. And that's when it kind of got weird, was because I looked at Google Maps and others and looked at the property, and I know where the tires are. I know what I'm looking for. You couldn't really see them.
Well, we have a clip. We have a clip from ABC7 in Los Angeles showing your property.
Sure.
So walk us through. Tell us what we're looking at.
I'm not seeing what you're looking at, but there was 2 interviews. There was kind of a before and after. I left it untouched. Like I said, it's a small property. It's 6,000 square foot piece of property, and so it gets cluttered just like any small place. And we do use the things. It might be seasonally. It's not daily, but we do use them seasonally. So at times there's going to be weeds and whatnot, and there were. So I left everything untouched for this first interview. And then at the second interview, when the anchor actually came out to do the on-site interview, I had cleaned things up and kind of tidied by then. So it's basically everything's still there. So if you watch the whole news report, the interview, you'll see 2 different, it's the same area, but like 2 different looks, I guess, where there's kind of a before or after. And so one of them, it's an unkept, neglected, hoarder backyard. But then the last part, they do like their own little drone flyover, kind of a close-up shot. And yes, the same stuff is there. There's stuff. Yes, tires, a car, bicycles, just like I said, ladder. I mean, miscellaneous, all sorts of stuff that we use around the house that we're not going to go put into a storage unit somewhere and then have to retrieve the moment we want to use it. But it's tidy, and it's not flammable per se. You can't take a match and light a tire on fire. A firework landing in the backyard is not going to light a tire on fire, or even any of the weeds. It's just not that overgrown. And I do take care of it. I mean, a couple times a year. It just depends on the rains and whatnot.
Sure.
It grows like any yard. It grows more or less depending on the environment. And it's not like there's years of growth back there. That's just a seasonal growth, which maybe, I think this was about a year ago. So I think it was about the same time, April, May. So weather permitting, I would get out there just like I did. I just my son did yesterday, the last couple of days, cleaned out the backyard because of
all
growth.
The stuff. Yeah.
And we do that. And it just so happens that this picture they took was before we cleaned up, kind of a thing. And,
so to be honest, though, looking at that video, I mean, it looks like the backyard of a majority of Americans.
Exactly.
There's got to be another motivation by the insurance company to want to cancel your policy.
Yeah, well, that was just, like I said, it was kind of this, I guess maybe surreal is the word. I don't know, just when I probably talked to maybe 8 different people.
Which is ridiculous.
All having to do with AAA. And one of them said, well, what's this? We see this structure. What's this structure? It's on the north side, I think they said, the north side of your property. there's like this white structure over there. And I'm all, you mean our gazebo? Yeah, it's a frame. What's that frame? It's a white frame. But yeah, that's our gazebo that does not have the cover on it because it was out of season. We typically lose our cover maybe every other year. It weathers for a year in the sun.
They don't last
and then
very long.
And then the next year we get a strong windstorm that tears it apart, and we remove it. And then when the weather gets better, we order a new one and put it on. So that was our uncovered gazebo frame. And I'm like, yeah, and
So CJ, were you able to get them after you cleaned it up and they had new photos? Were you able to get reinstated with the insurance, or did you have to go find somebody new?
yeah, that was another scary part. Not with them; they were done, and we couldn't find anyone else locally. Farmers, State Farm, anyone else. Nobody would cover us because we're not because of the situation, just because we're in California.
Yeah,
they weren't writing any new policies. So thankfully to that ABC 7 report there with Michael Finney and their producers there, I was able to get some resources where I actually found a listing of hundreds of insurance companies that will cover Californians. I called 3 of them and they said no.
Really?
So the fourth one, because it's just kind of a general thing. Hey, do you cover California? Sure, we cover California.
no.
Oh, you want homeowners insurance? No.
We only insure
you want-
gazebos, nothing else.
Well,
Right,
you know what?
we
I'm
own-
going through the same thing.
Really? Because you have the home in
And-
California.
I have a home in Santa Barbara, and everything was just going fine and dandy until about 2 weeks ago. I got a letter that said, "Come September,
You got bounced too?
boom,
Right.
you're out." Yes,
Wow.
No.
and so now I'm
So
shopping for
through
insurance.
through USAA. I'm a legacy member through my dad, and that was one of the names on this long list. And I said, "Well, let me give them a try." I keep seeing their commercials, and they're great. They're helping out veterans. I mean, this is fantastic. Let me give them a call. And they were really great on the phone. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have a policy for you in California, but we do have a vetted partner that will. And of course, I was skeptical and said, "Oh, sure, okay, great, thanks. What's that number?" Sure enough, within 7 minutes, I had coverage.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what?
Not
I wonder
directly
if I could do that.
Yeah, what's the name of the company?
Well, mine is through Bamboo, so I don't know what the area that you're in. If they
I'll
cover
have to
the same
check that
thing, but-
out.
Yeah.
I'll have to check. Hey, CJ,
But yeah,
thanks for coming on and telling us your story.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's pretty intrusive. Yeah.
But it's more than just insurance. State and county governments are actually pulling out drones too
Mm-hmm.
to see if maybe you adhered with building permits. See if
Right.
you maybe built something extra that
Like a gazebo.
that would have been there that you're not
Small
paying
meth
tax
lab.
for. According to the Wall Street Journal, they say satellite images are going to be updated every single day
Well, yeah.
on your yard and your home.
In his story, they were saying that people would go on and look at the images that they had, and they were from years ago of their house, and they were getting their policy canceled now based on images years ago. But you're saying these companies are flying drones over people's actual
Yes.
houses.
Yes.
Or it's probably not the company either. It's probably some guy that's just mapping, guy or gal, that's just mapping the city and then selling that footage to whoever wants to see it.
Or these could just be employees of the insurance companies.
Okay, yeah,
I
that
mean,
too.
Just 2 examples. One is that we did a remodel on a house, not the house that we built, another
Mhm.
house. And we put up 2 patios on the side of the house.
Mhm.
And the contractor said, well, if we put a metal frame, they're not going to be able to see the patio when they do the drone. And I never even thought about that. And this is years ago.
Wow.
Years ago. And I'm like, no, we want to make sure that everything's legit
Mhm,
because
yeah.
I don't want anybody coming after us. And then we did get in the house in Santa Barbara, a drone did go over with the insurance company.
But they
And-
told you they were going to do that.
No, this is after the fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they said that there was debris on the roof and that we needed to get the debris off the roof. And it was just like pine needles.
Mhm.
And then, Barry, it's a metal roof, like,
Right. It's not going to catch on
we're
fire.
not going to catch on fire. So it is an interesting use of technology.
Mhm. Why are they canceling everybody? Is it because of property values in California? Is it because of wildfires? What is
It's
the reason?
all of the above.
It's just a
Yes.
The
It's just-
aggregators put all that information together and go, California bad.
When you look at living in the state of California, okay, which I'm not a full-time resident, thank God, okay, California is beautiful. It is a beautiful state. It is. And the people are lovely. And I mean, I really enjoy my community inside Santa Barbara. I do. But
There's a rest of the state.
yeah, so the rest of the state, but also taxes are extremely high.
Sure.
Okay. There is that whole thing of, make sure that you overpay and pay for everything that is coming into the state. There is the little problem with earthquakes
Yeah.
and mudslides
Yeah.
and wildfires.
Sure.
Okay. And they as a government are very clamped down as far as being able to get every piece of revenue out of every single person. I mean, I think I told you a story about Barry bought me a purse. Did I tell you this? Okay. So Barry bought me an expensive purse.
Right.
Okay. Which, me, I don't carry a purse.
Right.
Okay.
But that was thoughtful of
It's
him.
very nice. Very nice. And he bought it off a website in the UK.
Right.
So it was over the summer. My birthday's in the summer. And so he has it shipped directly from the UK to the house in Santa Barbara because that's where we were. About 9 months later, he gets a letter in the mail from the California State Board of Taxation
Didn't pay his taxes on his import?
and said, we're not going to tell you.
How much you owe?
Right.
You just got to guess?
No, pardon me. We're not going to tell you what you bought.
Oh, okay.
You have to tell us what you bought and tell us the amount.
So they're just tracking shipments.
Okay, then in the state of California, they have a volunteer DMV force.
Sounds like a bunch of Karens.
Okay. The volunteer DMV force is if you're driving around the state of California and you have Arizona plates
Mm-hmm.
on your car, they turn you in.
For doing what?
You should have registered the car in California.
I'm just on vacation.
You should have paid the tax.
Gosh. Another reason to stay away from that state. I asked your son, because I saw your son, he's here in
He loves
town.
California.
He does. And I was like, really? He's like, I love LA. Well, except for the traffic and the people. But I love LA. I was like, that's right. I agree with you there.
I think it could be the 120 degrees that we have here in Arizona.
It's a bit deterrent. It's a deterrent.
It'd be 90 degrees this week.
Yeah. Spring weather.
The flowers are going, I can't breathe. If you've ever wanted to learn a new language, make 2024 the year with Babbel. Babbel's 10-minute lessons are perfect for those learning on a tight schedule. Each lesson is handcrafted by their experts and based on real-life conversations. Babbel's tips and tools make it easy for anyone to start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. I recently took a trip to Japan. Before I signed up with Babbel, so I was able to say hello, konnichiwa, thank you, arigato, and the very important, where's the bathroom? Tori dewa doko desu ka? So fun, so easy. Right now, Babbel has an exclusive limited-time deal just for my listeners. Get up to 60% off your subscription at babbel.com/Kim. That's right. Commando listeners get up to 60% off. Just visit babbel.com/Kim. That's BABBEL. Babbel.com/Kim. Rules and restrictions may apply. Babbel.com/Kim. Don't miss the 60% off deal. Babbel.com/Kim. Hey, it's Kim Commando today. Just a quick reminder, though, if you haven't already, make sure that you like, comment, share, and we're going to be reading the best comments at the end. We have that $500 Amazon gift card that we're giving away. Please, somebody just enter so I can give it away already. I forgot to tell people where to go.
Where do you go?
Winfromkim.com.
Oh, that's easy.
Winfromkim.com.
So easy to remember. I
Say it.
forget every single week.
Winfromkim.com.
Winfromkim.com. Okay, so let me tell you this, Matt.
Okay.
Ask Andrew, or I'll ask Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, if there's one thing that you tell people about what it's like to work for the Kim Commando Show,
Yes.
what is that one thing that you like to share with people?
What answer are you looking for here? Because I don't know exactly which way you're trying to go. You're direct?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, elaborate.
Well, they ask, is it hard to work for Kim, or what's it like working at West Star with Kim Commando? And I said, it's great. It's fun, but she's direct. She will, if your socks are gray, she's going to tell you live on the podcast that your socks are gray.
And I bought you new socks.
You did, and I'm wearing them just for you.
And I'm like, okay, he needs white socks.
Yeah, gray socks with gray shoes is no.
But you can't take it personally because that's just who she is. She's not coming after you. She's just letting you know.
It's helpful.
Because what happened right before this moment was Mads is here.
New.
On the set. The new
A
what?
month.
She's been here a month.
We mention her all the time. And she sits down and Kim says, thanks for dressing up.
Because I don't. She knows it already. I put mascara on. We had a whole conversation about how I don't wear makeup. I literally put mascara on. I'm like, that's my makeup, I guess. That's what we're going to call it.
So don't take it personally.
But you're doing a great job, Mads.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And so if you're looking at all our social media videos and you're like, wow, they're pretty great, which people have been telling me, by the way.
Oh, cool.
I am not doing them.
No? You're not sitting at home on CapCut?
Here I am. Ew. Let's put that picture up of Andrew. He doesn't look good there. Okay. It's actually Mads doing everything.
Yes.
And so Mads is now joining us on set because we're going to play a little game.
A game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
All right. So we were talking about Gen Z terms earlier, and you said ate it. Actually, just ate. You ate. Ate it means you ate it. Like you fell. You did not do good. But just ate means, oh my God, that was awesome.
Okay. Use it in a sentence.
So this podcast ate today. It was so good.
That's so dumb.
Ate.
Now, to be fair, when we were younger, we had slang that I'm sure my parents said, that's dumb. But this generation has slang for everything.
Yeah, we do.
If you step with your right foot, there's a word for that. If you step with your left foot, there's another word for that.
I know, it's so groovy.
Yes.
It was well, you weren't here yet.
Right,
This
right.
guy sent me a note and said, "Oh, Kim Commander, you think you're so hip and groovy?"
You do.
And I'm like, "You have to say you're hip and groovy.
You're not hip and groovy.
No, not at all.
You're not."
So we have more slang that we,
So-
I'm guessing the game is we have to identify what
Yes.
they mean.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think this means.
All right.
So it doesn't matter who goes first, but for the plot. Just for the plot.
Ooh,
Plot.
for the plot.
No idea. So,
Wait.
how
For
would
the
you
plot.
even use that in a sentence?
I can use it for you. Okay, so I took this job here with Kim Commando for the plot. I took this job for the plot.
For the story.
Yeah, things that would happen.
Yes.
Because there are lots of things happening. It's
Because
very
going to be fun.
active.
It's going to be great.
Because you're the main character in your own story, so you are in control of your plot. So do things for the plot. Do things for your own life. Do things for your story. Change your story. So it's for the plot.
So dumb.
And so you're going to buy your current girlfriend, Jennifer, flowers.
For the plot.
For the plot.
All right.
Yep, for the plot. Next one is, I'll ask Kim, lives rent-free.
Oh, I know this one.
I know this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me hear it.
That's when you are obsessed with somebody
Mhm.
and they're just like right here in your head all the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
something you're always thinking about.
And it doesn't have to be something. It can be like a funny video that you saw. Like you can be like, oh, that just lives rent-free in my mind.
Okay, so let's use it. Let's give everybody a sentence they can use about the Kim Commando show or podcast.
Well, it would just be, oh my gosh, the bit they did on millennial terms lives rent free in my mind on the Kim Commando show.
Boom.
It's right there.
Okay, rent free.
Again, stupid.
We already did 8.
Ate it. No.
Ate it.
Just 8.
We did 8. But there's also like an extra piece of 8. There's 8 and left no crumbs.
Ooh.
So,
It's so much work to say all of that.
but think about how fun it is if I went up to you and went, Andrew, you literally ate and left no crumbs today on the podcast. You
So
know you
fun.
killed it. You
So
know you did a
fun.
great job. You left no crumbs, which means you ate it up.
That would be equivalent to he's all that and a bag of chips.
Yes,
yes.
that's a
Yes.
perfect connection.
Left no crumbs.
No
Left
crumbs.
All right. Mid.
Mid, that's something that's not great. It's not crappy.
Yeah.
It's just mid.
Mid. Delulu.
Delusional?
Yes, it's just more fun to say Delulu, and that's why we started
You know
doing
what?
it.
I like Delulu. I think I'm going to use that.
Sometimes you can be like, oh, I'm just feeling a little Delulu. Sorry.
That caller's so Delulu.
It'd be a great name for a pet.
Delulu.
It's my dog, Delulu.
Delulu. I like that. Delulu.
But yeah, those are my terms that I brought for you. There was a laundry list of like
Wait,
17.
I got some.
Oh, okay.
I have
Now,
some
my
here.
children, they use mid.
Mm-hmm.
They're 9 and 6. They use mid and they use Delulu. But everything else, they don't touch.
They use bussin'.
I have bussin' on my list.
And if you say it twice, bussin' means it's like, it doesn't get any better than this. Bussin' is like, this is good. Bussin' is, this is really good.
so the Kim Commando show is bussin'. Bussin'.
And today's episode ate with no chips and no crumbs, and then had to order seconds.
And it's totally res.
Yes, that's it.
And we didn't give anybody the ick.
No, I hope not.
I thought bussin' only was about attractive people.
No, anything good, anything.
You can use it.
Oh, wow.
There's that direct again.
It's great.
I'm
It's a good
sorry.
burn.
You get burned all the time.
That's what we do.
If you've ever wanted to learn a new language, make 2024 the year with Babbel. Babbel's 10-minute lessons are perfect for those learning on a tight schedule. Each lesson is handcrafted by their experts and based on real-life conversations. Babbel's tips and tools make it easy for anyone to start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. I recently took a trip to Japan. Before I signed up with Babbel, so I was able to say hello, konnichiwa, thank you, arigato, and the very important, where's the bathroom? Tori dewa doko desu ka? So fun, so easy. Right now, Babbel has an exclusive limited-time deal just for my listeners. Get up to 60% off your subscription at babbel.com/Kim. That's right. Commando listeners get up to 60% off. Just visit babbel.com/Kim. That's BABBEL. Babbel.com/Kim. Rules and restrictions may apply. Babbel.com/Kim. Don't miss the 60% off deal. Babbel.com/Kim. Hey, it's Kim Commando today. We are so happy and thrilled that you join us on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the live video feed. Because after all, for that video feed, I'm just saying, just for you folks, I do my hair and makeup, and I put up on a nice dress. Andrew, on the other hand, does not do
I wear
anything.
pants. That's a huge accomplishment for me. I went literally 40 years not wearing pants on a daily basis. And now I get here and Barry looks at me, your husband, he goes, you think you'd be old enough you'd stop wearing shorts?
Well, I
And
know,
so
because
now
I was going to say, when you're not wearing pants, I mean, you have to I was like, when I went 40 years just in my tighty whities.
Yeah,
Okay, that was it.
You're right, out of context, I sound like a pervert.
All right, so we're going to talk about the FCC, and then I have a fabulous video at the end.
Nice.
With a dog. But before we get to all that, let's just go through some of our comments
Sure.
that we got. About our contest, the $500 Amazon gift card.
Which isn't shabby. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't know. Larry Buckish says, if somebody rich like Andrew would just put up the $500, would you end the damn contest?
Which Andrew is he referring to?
That would be you.
Adam's the rich one.
Steve Wooten says, your current girlfriend likes football now. She might be a keeper.
She might be. I literally logged in because we share an Amazon password. No, I steal her Amazon password, and I went to turn in the football game. She texted me. She's like, "The game just went off. Are you messing with my Amazon?" I was like, "Oh man, busted."
Oh, that's
She
not
loves
good.
football.
That's not good.
Not
Let's
as big a
see.
fan as you, Kim, but she loves football.
I do love football.
Huge fan.
I do.
What's your favorite team?
The
Can't even think of the local football team.
the Redheads.
Yeah, the Redheads. We all love the Redheads.
Oh, the Cardinals.
Yay!
The Cardinals. Yeah, I'm really
Die hard.
love football. Love football. Retta Vader says, love the interactions between you two, just like siblings.
Pretty much.
It is. It's awful. It's awful. Let's see. Arturo Torres.
Toro Torres.
I just love saying his name, don't you?
Like, comment, and share. I bet she doesn't even talk like that at all. I bet she's like, Kim, you guys always make fun of my voice on the podcast.
You
But
know,
that's-
we should get Arturo Torres.
no, don't ruin the myth.
Here. Arturo Torres.
Toro Torres.
He says, Andrew,
Yes.
stop making me laugh. Call Kenny Loggins.
Call Kenny Loggins.
Because you're in the danger zone.
That's a reach.
He's talking about where you live.
Yes, I live in the danger zone. But I am a Toro Torres, and all of my life is a danger zone.
It's awful. Let's see. Gary says my son's insurance wouldn't renew because he lived in a forest. Well, that's really
That's
true.
a couple of trees.
Uh,
But Kim lives in a neighborhood in Santa Barbara. Right?
yes.
And you got it canceled.
I know.
I can't believe that happened to you.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about like calling him up, saying, "Do you know who I am?" I'd be like, "Yeah, we don't care."
You don't care, lady.
Let's see. 7H33470N3 says, random Boeing parts falling off planes is Adam's problem, I bet.
Too close to an airport. A door of a plane could fall on me at any time.
That's it. All right. We have some other great comments, too, but we only have so much time.
All right. You go to the store. You're going to buy some orange juice.
Yes.
You look at the bottle, and you want to see how much sugar is in this. What do you look at?
The label.
Yeah, the nutritional label.
Yes.
Those are now coming to internet service providers. But it's not, I thought when I first saw this story, I was like, oh, is it about radiation or some way connected to my health? No, it's about the price. Because paying for internet is extremely confusing.
No.
And so they are forcing these companies to basically put this label together that will tell you what you pay, tell you if it's an introductory rate, when it expires.
There it is.
Yeah, right there.
It's on the screen.
And then look at all that space for fees. Look at that. Monthly fee, because there's so many fees when it comes to these bills, and it's everything. I don't know why we are only locking this down to ISPs. Jennifer tried to rent a U-Haul, and it's advertised as $39.99 a day.
Yeah.
Okay, the only way you get $39.99 a day is if you rent it and then sit in it in the parking lot and don't move it.
How much did it end up costing her?
$187.
No.
Yes. For 2 days. For 2 days. Yeah. Because they charge you per mile. Well, what is my rental fee covering then if I also have to pay per mile? U-Haul, I don't understand it. What am I renting? Because they don't want to advertise the real price because they think you won't go and get it, so they have to trick you. And this is going to help us avoid being tricked, at least by our internet providers.
Yeah. How many people are going to look at it?
Well, I immediately went to one of the major Cox, I'll just say it, Cox Communications today,
Right.
to see if it was already in there. They have the definition of what it is and what to look for, but it was not available yet. But they have to. Today, April 10th, they have to have it on their website.
So it's worth
available.
checking.
Yeah, why not?
See what you're paying for.
But again, like you're saying, they're going to work around it. They're not going to show you this until after you've agreed.
They're not going to show you like, hey, you signed up for this package because it was free, and now 3 months later, we're charging you for it.
It's only $19 a month and $74 a month in fees. But at least it's a step forward. It's helping the consumer instead of hurting.
And, and it's always good to look at the nutrition labels.
Yes.
Especially. Stop it. Stop.
What am I supposed to do? I'm trying to play along with your awful jokes.
But you got like this stupid look on your face.
Okay. All right. Try again. I'll just not look at you.
It's always good to look at the nutritional labels.
Is it?
Stop. Especially on protein powder.
Why is that?
No way. That's awful.
Bad.
All right, here, watch this video.
What do we got?
It's a dog who has figured out how to use the Roomba vacuum cleaner.
Oh, yeah. The Roomba's like bumping into the dog.
He's getting his belly rubbed.
Well, not yet. That's not his belly yet.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. She's flipping over, and there, the Roomba's giving him right at the belly. Oh, that's adorable.
Isn't that?
What a cute puppy.
And you threw your dogs out.
I didn't throw them out. I rehomed them.
You threw them out. Would you rehome your kids?
They were annoying like my dogs.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.